Hi guys, my name is Jason Lanier and I'm going to talk to you today about a topic that a lot of photographers question, especially newer photographers, and the question is, should I watermark my photos? And I'm going to share some thoughts with you guys and to tell you what my take is on watermarks. Yes, no, maybe so. So when we grow up in the world of photography, we get to that point where we feel our work has progressed to the point where we want to protect it. We want to watermark it. And you'll hear professionals come on and say, never watermark your work. You'll hear other people say you should always watermark your work. And, a lot of the discussion is always based around theft and anti-theft. And that watermarking should be done as a means to stop people from stealing your photos. As someone who's had my photos stolen many, many times, I can tell you that watermarks really serve no great purpose in stopping theft. You watermark your images so you can market yourself. You watermark your images so you can brand yourself. I think all photographers have to grow to accept the fact that if you are in any way decent at what you do, if you have any sort of a social media presence, if you have a following, or if you just take a random shot that happens to be popular, your shot will be used without your use. It's not right. It's wrong. It shouldn't happen. People should give you credit. You should be compensated if your image is used. You should totally be given full credit for it. All of those things above. I don't disagree with any of those things. But your images are going to be used. Your images will be placed on people's websites. They'll be talked about. Other photographers will use your images. Other photographers will steal your images. There's a ton of different ways that your images get used that you may not anticipate now as a newer photographer. Me, I've been in this game for 10 years, and in those 10 years, I've had my images used all over the place. I've had my images used in, People Magazine wrote an article about me. The funny thing about that is I didn't even know that they were going to use my shots. They used my shots from Six Flags New Orleans. You know how I found out about it? One of my friends texted me while I was at a wedding about 3 or 4 years ago and said, "Hey Jason, did you know you're in People Magazine on their website?" I said, "No, I had no idea." And then I looked and I'm like, well, I'll be darned, I am. Now, they did pay me the courtesy of giving me photo credit and at least sending people back to a link to my website, which is appropriate. But they didn't tell me. There's many times that people have taken my images and put them on their website. Here's a link to a video where it happened. And they take my work and put it on their website, remove the watermarks, and claim the work as their own, and then try to sell services based off of the work that I've created. Again, that's wrong. When that happens, I go after them. That's patent theft. And I go after people when they do that. Like I said at the beginning of this video, watermarks don't stop any of those things, as you can see. Watermarks are there so you guys can get the credit for the work that you put out. See, not everybody who uses your shots is out to do you harm. Not everyone who uses your shots is out to screw you over. Chances are the vast majority of folks out there in the internet world are using your shots, if you're good, well, because it benefits them. It doesn't mean that they want to take credit for your work, but most people won't take the time to give you credit. It's wrong. It's not right. They should. It's lazy. Lots of blogs and stuff will take your images and just post them up. They'll right-click on them. They'll do all sorts of things, and many times they won't give you credit. I just grew comfortable with the fact that the best I can do is put my logo on my pictures. So if and when somebody likes my shot, they will contact me. If a potential client says, "Wow, that's a really cool shot of my of an abandoned building," especially my urbex work gets a lot of sharing out there in the abandoned urbex world, and because there's a lot of interest on that topic, and so people will find my shot, they'll see my logo, and they'll share it. In some rare circumstances, like I found myself this morning, I had a fan send me a message and say, "Hey Jason, I saw these images come up on my Facebook feed. There's no credit to you, but I knew they were your shots, A, the way they looked, but B, because your logo's on them. I just wanted to inform you that somebody is using your images for their posts." So I went and looked, and I'll share, screenshots of all this so you guys can see what I'm talking about. This is called tabloidzone.com. Now, I have no idea who these folks are, but they did take my work, they copied it and right-clicked it. This took a little bit of effort. They right-clicked all of my work off of my website. Now, where did they get this from? I actually own the website abandonedplacesphotography.com, and I've over the years, especially when I was doing a lot of urbex, I put up a lot of my my shots on there from my galleries from all the different places that I visited. And this individual, man or woman, I don't know because they don't claim credit for this post. This individual took my shots and put them up just for the sake of driving views to their website. See, what they'll do is they'll take a popular place, like this is the Fisher Body Plant in Detroit. They'll take a popular place, and this has happened to me with Six Flags and other places as well, any of the other crazy places I visited. And they'll take it, and they know that people will just randomly Google or search for the Fisher Body Plant in Detroit or abandoned places in Detroit. And so they'll utilize my images to do a blog post that'll drive views to that website. And then it's really clickbait. They'll use it so people go, they see it there, and then typically what you'll see at the bottom of the page is it's usually all the clickbait stuff. See, they use my images to get to Bill Clinton's IQ is pretty unnerving is one of them right now. I'll screenshot this so you guys can see. And what they do is they use my images to get views to their website is pretty much what they're doing. They did this with the Fisher Body Plant, and they also did it with my Letchworth Lunatic Asylum out in New York. What they're doing is they're taking images that somebody like me took their time, money, and effort to create and using it for their clickbait. So it's literally the bait on the string that gets people to click on it, and then you see a picture of a hot chick and you click on it. And then there's ads on those, and so they click on that and then they get ad money. That's the way this is all working, guys. It's wrong. It's absolutely wrong. Now, I know what many of you may think out there. Well, go after him, sue him. Guys, that's a lost endeavor. Okay? That's just going down the rabbit hole. Me getting money back from this clown, if I could even figure out who he or she is, it's virtually impossible to collect on that. It's virtually impossible to find the person. For instance, if a company utilized one of my images and they used it in their marketing campaign, and I wasn't compensated for that at all, and it was a well-known established company, and they used my shot and their collateral, logos, whatever else, could I sue them? Yes. Would I sue them? Yes. Would I win? Yes. But that happens far less than this happens. So here's the message, guys. I'm going to show you a few examples of what to do and what not to do with your logos. When I first started out doing my logos, they looked a lot like this. Now what you're looking at right now is some samples on the video where I am showing you guys exactly what I did earlier on in my career. I went through several different types of logos trying to figure this whole thing out. I went through a stage where I was so protective of my images that I wrote it 3 times over an image in the same place. I went through a time where I put my logo on top and on bottom. I went through all these different things to make sure nobody used my shot. The problem with that happening is it uglied my shots up so bad to where nobody wanted to look at my shots. Nobody. So I created a very simple logo. I created a logo that would be easily identifiable, and I created a logo that said my name. Guys, if you create these super cool looking logos, and that's fine if you want to do that, but if you create these super cool looking logos and just put them on your picture and nobody can tell where they came from, nobody can tell who created that image, you're missing out. You're missing out on potential opportunities to sell your work and to sell your services, and I don't want you to sell yourself short. It's hard enough in the photography world to make it. There's very few full-time photographers. It is a dying breed. See, the good news is these folks here who did this stuff, who took my images, no credit given to me, nothing. At the bare minimum, guys, my logo's on there. Now, if you're looking at this website, because I'm going to include it in the links, if you're looking at it below, this is back at a time where I posted this where my logo was bigger than I'm even utilizing now. I've gone to a smaller logo because I've really gone into the mode of not trying to protect the work as much as I'm trying to get credit for my work. Of course I want to protect my work. Of course I don't want these clowns using my shots for their clickbait stuff. That pisses me off. But at the bare minimum, if this jackass gets hits, at least I'll get credit. And if by some small chance somebody sees my shot and says, hey, this is pretty cool, I should contact that guy, I'll at least get the business. See, get something out of it is what I'm saying. I have been contacted from time to time from people who have seen my shots in random places, and then they'll click on it, and then they'll just Google my name from there, and then my website pops up, and then my YouTube pops up, so on and so forth. That's the value of it. You want them to know who you are, so when your shot gets used without your permission, at the bare minimum, they'll be able to find you so you can have a takeaway from it. Something, guys. You got to have your work out there, and you got to get the credit for it. One last little tidbit that I'll put out there to you guys is put your work out there. Don't be so paranoid about someone taking it and using it without your permission that you fail to market yourself. You're doing yourself a grave disservice. Let these leeches, parasites of the world, do their clickbait crap. At the bare minimum, get the credit you deserve for it. If people have gone to the extent of removing your watermarks, removing your logo, removing your brand from the shots, report them, blast them out. Do a video like I'm doing. Contact photo stealers. I don't want to be misunderstood. I don't have any patience for these idiots. I just know how the game is played. If you know how the game is played, start playing it, y'all. Start playing. These leeches are never going to cease to exist, just like idiot trolls will never cease to exist. So learn how to play them. Learn how to work around the leeches and the trolls. They're everywhere. It's really like a plague. You just have to learn how to get the antidote to all the venom they spew. And you have to learn how to work the system for your gain. Quite frankly, I am so busy flying around and doing what I do, I don't have the time to follow up on all these clowns. And they're usually broke people who are sitting in dirty underwear in their mama's basement, truthfully. And so they have no life, and what they do is they leech off of people like me who work hard for what I have. That's the truth. If anybody tried to use my images to sell, to make prints, collateral, t-shirts and stuff, I'd sue the hell out of them. Absolutely. I'm just trying to give you guys some sort of an understanding as to what to do when it's at this basic level, and then if it progresses from there, chase these leeches down and burn the little bastards off your body. So I hope this has helped, guys. Until next time, keep shooting air groove upon your dreams. Find the right gear that works for you. Protect your stuff, but more importantly, get the credit for it. That's what I want you to take away from this. Get the credit for your work. Remember, you only have one chance to get it right. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Hang on, my cable for my mic is stuck. There we go. Okay. Hi guys, my name is... You guys still here? Hello? Talking to you. Hey guys, if you want to learn online with me, go to patreon.com/JasonLanierPhotography, and you will be able to continue this craziness online from anywhere on planet Earth with me. If you want to join me live, go to JasonLanier.com/workshops, and you'll get to see me in my full glory live and in person, guys. I think there's a smudge on there. Is that it? Yeah, I got it. Talk to you later, guys.